Hi guys, it's Kanika and welcome to my channel, The Capsule Wanderer. If you want to see more videos like this where I show you how to travel the world on a budget and most of the time alone, then make sure to click the subscribe button below. Today I'm going to be talking about a topic that's really close to my heart. I did a trip to Europe and looking back, I can't believe it, but I did 20 cities in 1.5 months. And the best part about this is that I got to do it all on my own, and I also planned it on my own. So make sure to keep watching so that you see all of the tips I have for you for booking your trip. The first thing you need to get in place is your visa. I know for a lot of Indians the visa can be a problem and it's very tedious because you have to make sure you book your to and fro flights from Europe, and then your domestic flights, your itinerary, and where you're going to be staying. So make sure you have all of these things in place, and I'm going to be telling you how to do that. My first tip would be to mentally map in your mind where you want to go. You should try and take a printout really of the European map and see the places you really wanted to go to. For example, for me, a couple of cities were a must, like Barcelona, Paris, Budapest, Amsterdam. They were a must for me, so I prioritized those, and then I decided a path for myself. So I did my trip in two parts. In the first part, I did the north of Spain, Italy, and London, and in the second part, I went from the south of Spain to France, to Germany, to Hungary, to Austria, to the Czech Republic, to Amsterdam and Belgium. So I did mentally plan out where I wanted to go. One of the sites that I really recommend you use when you're doing this process is the site called roamtorio.com. A lot of people don't know about it, but on this site what you can do is that you can add cities that you want to go to and kind of move them around so you decide the best path, and it also gives you the estimated prices of all of the modes of transportation. So you can see how much a flight will cost you, you can see how much a train will cost you, and then you can keep your budget in mind and decide what works for you the best. Also, for the to and fro flights to Europe, I would really recommend you use Skyscanner or kayak.com. It will give you a great idea of what the market prices are, and make sure before you use these sites you go to your settings tab and you clear your cookies. That's really important because sometimes they've been tracking you and they give you higher prices than they actually are. So Kayak and Skyscanner are really good for the to and fro flights. And sometimes they also have deals. If you book a to and fro flight, they also give you a deal on a hotel, if it's a good season. The fourth site that I would recommend is if you're planning to travel around Europe to a lot of cities, sometimes the best way to get around is not flights, because the domestic carriers like Ryanair do have airports really far away from the main city center, so it can take you just as much time as it would take in a train, because you'd have to commute all the way to the city center and do that twice. So I'd really recommend you use trains, and what I used to get around Europe was EU Rail, and I did get a special winter discount, and you should keep an eye out because EU Rail sometimes has these area passes where you can choose 3 to 4 countries and then you'll get a discount on that. So EU Rail is really good because you can, there's different packages. I got the unlimited one, so I could travel really anywhere in the EU without needing to book prior. That's really great. Sometimes you do have to book, like you have to book a seat on a specific train if it's really full, but other than that you really don't have to put in much effort. As I mentioned earlier, I would suggest you look into the Ryanair.com. Ryanair is a really cheap European carrier, and I'm not even kidding you. I went from Madrid to Paris for 20 euros. It was really cheap, so I'd really recommend it. In the next video, I'll probably be covering things like tips on how you should be traveling, what you should be taking care of, and also make sure to check out my blog post below. I'm going to be trying to update it. It's really hard to keep up with the blog, but I'm going to be trying to update it with all of the cities I went to and give you tips for each cities in terms of what to eat, how to get around, and what to see. So yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram if you want to see pictures. look at my blog if you want more information. I do a long form and a short form. And also subscribe to my channel. Okay, it was really good talking to you, and I'll see you soon.